want to just
No, I didn't have to open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, happy
whatever store is for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. Very proud.
Okay, let's play some music real quick if we can. We going to a break real quick?
Very
all right,
proud.
cool. We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21 Necklace Collection.
That's right. Shout out.
They don't remember me for wilding out, right? I'm not the right one to Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Yo, that is some funny shit. I ain't gonna lie, man.
It's Katt Williams, baby.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Pimpin'.
Man.
But listen,
Sniper.
if I'm keeping it a buck, I'm glad y'all my family, man, because I don't think y'all would laugh at me the way her co-host laughed at her, yo.
Yo, that co-host laugh was so... It was worse than my laugh.
Yeah,
You got me wrong, because if they lying into you, I might laugh kind of hard, bro.
I'm
Just check his outfit.
Starting off early, aren't we?
Quick. Quick. She didn't even hesitate.
Let me get that out of my back real quick. Pause.
I'm ready. We can't be joking. We joke with each other, but we can't be joking against each other when a guest is there. Like,
not
nah,
like that.
bruh.
Like, fam, the dude.
That's different.
The
That's
big
different.
dude, her co-host is like, we're going to cut to commercial break. he couldn't even hold it together. Like, I'd have been hot at him. Like, why are you laughing? When they like, forget Katt. Why are you laughing?
That you would have switched the energy? Your focus would have
he who laughs the loudest got to catch it. You have to catch it.
Oh, listen, he would have been sniped. I would have sniped him so bad.
Especially, he would have sniped. He
him.
would have moved the mic like, I'm sorry, what did you say? What happened?
Like, oh, really? Yeah. So you want to talk about the time that you got your hair sprayed painted?
Damn.
Yeah, I'll be throwing that shit out. Nah, bro, you can't be throwing your own teammates under the bus. It's one thing if we're joking amongst each other, but you can't be doing that. Like, nah, bro.
Not in front of company.
No, absolutely not. It's like family stuff. You can do stuff in family, but when other people know,
not in front of company. Oh man! All right, before we get into it, I'm Brandon Killabh.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm the Black Marty Jannetty.
Oh my God! Every week,
AKA regular Nas.
regular ass Nas, son. Every week.
That's all right. He gonna make people Google.
Oh God, yeah.
You got your words. You got your identity crisis. You know, you got everything.
Got a lot of issues going on.
Oh man, are we surprised by this Katt Williams shit? Like honestly.
No.
If y'all see the whole interview. From the rip, he wanted smoke with this woman. I don't know why.
What was it like?
He was ready for the shits.
I don't know why, and I don't see what his beef was. It wasn't like she was saying anything inappropriate. It wasn't like she was just doing her job. She's asking questions. Like
Maybe he's on one. I don't know what that one is, but he on one.
He started ready for the shit.
Yeah, but then he started talking about running fingers through hair, and Forever 21, all types of
get those gnarled fingers.
How you say, yo, get them gnarled fingers out of here.
Oh my God.
That shit was fucking
Telling her lower your blood pressure.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I ain't gonna lie. And watching it, I was like, yo, he's such a fucking dick. But at the end, I was rolling with him. He was roasting the shit out of her. I'm not gonna lie. He was cooking her.
She tried. She threw a jab out there. She tried to cut ass on him. She's like,
she was like, get this inmate out of here. He was like, oh, inmate. I said, oh man, here we go.
17 felonies, no convictions. I've never been to prison.
Yeah, word. He said it just like that.
It's all right. She's a good sport though.
Yeah.
She didn't cry. She kept it.
Yeah,
she was definitely cursing it when they got off air. Her
oh yeah.
Oh, they're in trouble if she's the leading person too.
She is definitely.
Well, I thought she was a leading person. That's what I said. How did she not snuff somebody? You got to snuff somebody. You
Wanda.
have to. Yeah, got to. With the gnarled fingers too. You
nah, man. She did the closed door convo. She's like, close the door.
Yeah, probably.
They got the mad soft on him. Close the door real quick.
Yeah, you think she gave?
It was Katt.
She gave all three of them niggas documented coachings and shit. Like I'm putting you on warning right now. Don't ever let this shit happen again.
Tell them you're on vacation for next episode.
Close the door.
Oh, that was funny. That was really funny. All right.
Shout out to Forever 21.
Yeah, word.
The Black Lane
said,
Bryant.
shout out to Forever 21 holding down the Lane Bryant. I said, man.
That voice, Brandon.
That's what he said. That's what he said, man. All right, why are we so silly right now? Let's talk about some shit. We got a lot to cover today.
A lot. Every episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, so the moment has come. Pause. Em finally responded.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why are you laughing? It's a serious moment, man.
Yeah, what is up with you? He's like, yeah.
Y'all niggas so immature. Em responded, what were your thoughts?
It wasn't nail in the coffin, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Okay.
But he did. I got that round went to him, man.
Yeah.
It's tied up. I'm like Jim, when they do the boxing. How you got it after one, Jim? It's tied up right now, man.
Okay. So you got it tied up. What you got here?
I want to see what the true results are. Sorry, guys. Our photographer Kyle is literally crawling on the floor right now. I got distracted. Sorry. He's trying to get them shots, them angles, I got my makeup
Kyle
on.
will die for this shit.
I know. He really would die for it. I can't even focus because the thing is he got a big ass afro, so I can't even fake not seeing him.
That's what I'm saying. He's not even discreet with it. All you see the fro just swing
You just
side
see
to side.
a big puffy hair, looking like a dog crossing or something.
Shout out to photographers that do that though. I fuck with photographers that really be about that shit. Like I seen a photographer under a car one time trying to get a shot, and I'm
It's about them angles. It's about them angles.
You're risking your life right now.
It's worth it.
But talking about MGK and M, I honestly want to see the results in terms of who gets the most value out of this. From a lyrical standpoint, I mean, this is the thing too. There have been people who've been commenting on our YouTube videos about M and what about the lyrics? What about lyrics? Like we know, like M is a wordsmith. Like he is excellent with the pen. I would say though that in his diss track, there were only maybe 3 lines that really like maybe
Stand up.
oh shit.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it really wasn't, it didn't hit me as much. Kind of like what other people were saying, the MGK one was just more well packaged. We can't look at, I know I hate to say this, guys, but we can't just look at beefs in the traditional way anymore.
Yeah.
The internet has changed rap beefs and changed the way that rap beefs are viewed and even how they're done. And now it's kind of like a whole package deal. You have your lyrics, you have the production, you have social media, you have engagement, it's a lot that goes into it. I will say that MGK, I think, got a little step ahead, but in round 1, it's not over yet.
I hope not.
I hope not too. And plus, like, what was it? One of his music videos, one of Eminem's music videos, and even some of his other videos that came out of this beef have more numbers than some of the videos that he's had out for like multiple years, over 5 years, 4 years, and stuff like that. So, but I think MGK has a one step over in terms of like the whole package. I'm not just talking about lyrics.
For whatever reason, Rocky 5 just popped in my head. When Rocky was training the young blonde dude who wanted to be Rocky.
Yeah.
And then Rocky had to fight him underneath the train. Eminem's like Rocky, and MGK is like that blonde haired dude who got his ass whooped under the train.
Yeah.
For coming to test Rocky because he thought he was better than Rocky. I don't know why it just popped in my head, but that's what I'm rolling with.
I'm rolling. I am rolling with you. It took me a while to get here. It took me a while
Where are we
to
on
get
the
here.
stop?
Huh?
What stop are we on?
I'm on the stop.
On the 6 train?
Yeah.
Which one?
I caught the F.
You talking the F? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the fucked up train.
Yeah,
Okay.
I caught the F. So in looking at the Eminem record, the release of it, leading up to it, there was just a number of things that stood out to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's double back to the Sway interviews.
Oh, you're going deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we see
Yeah.
where he's going.
Yeah,
All right, let's go. Get your seatbelts, everybody. We going. I'm ready. I got my seatbelt on.
I fucking hate you. I swear to God.
I see what we
Your
mean.
ticket.
So no, but serious. I can't be serious with y'all. I hate y'all. But no. So I'm looking at these Sway interviews. Here's my take on this. Everything. Number one, I didn't like that Eminem had the interview on Sway, or with Sway rather. I thought it was safe. I thought I don't feel like Sway really interviewed. I think that obviously it's Shade 45, that's M's network. I don't think Sway really got to dig into certain things that he probably would have liked to dig into. There were certain questions that weren't answered to me. I think M got a rude awakening from, and I don't want to butcher this because the LGBTQ community. Yeah. The reason why
LGBTQIA. It's all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup. We rock with y'all. What I'm saying is, I think that he got a. Yeah, it is a lot of letters. I think he got a rude awakening from them.
So is your name.
Hence him. Hence him going back and retracting the faggot statement to the diss to
Tyler the Creator.
To Tyler the Creator. Thank you. I think he also got a rude awakening when it came to social media and how they engage now. I think it also kind of confirmed for me that he really is out of touch. Like he really has to relearn what it is to be an artist in this day and age. And while I think he waited long and put out this record, and I know that we just found out per Jeff and Chris that the meaning of this of the diss record was based off of a movie. What was this? What was this again?
Well, what people are saying is allegedly
the
theory behind
Kill
it.
Shot.
Yeah, so the theory behind Kill Shot is it's actually a movie which the main character, Cameron Carlson, is targeted by an experienced psychopath hitman. Then birth name, what they're saying, obviously, the birth name of Machine Gun Kelly is Carlson Baker. And then also that this was just a play on some witty scheme that we all overlooked looking at Eminem. I'll give him kudos there, right? Mm-hmm. The rest of this rollout, I think he doesn't realize that it's working in reverse. I thought it was very clever that Machine Gun Kelly waited until Eminem dropped his record for him to release his project or whatever it is that he's working on. I think it worked in reverse. And then it was like there's a lot of things that to me are just very interesting. Did y'all see the Crooked Eye shit where he was sitting at the exact same seat that M was sitting in playing Pac-Man? Interesting.
There was a lot. I don't mean to cut you off, but I noticed that there are a lot of different individuals that either were involved in this feud or by association or someone who knows someone. They all release or announce something. And I've noticed that all of them were announcing stuff, whether it was a tour, whether it was music, or, to hear my thoughts come on Instagram Live, or it was really interesting. And it's not even just, M and them, but even like, certain media people, or it's just a lot of people who are capitalizing off of this. And I think to a certain extent, I feel like a lot of people are capitalizing on this more than M himself.
Thank you.
But that's how big Eminem is.
That's why
to
I love
a certain
you.
extent.
That's
I mean,
I love you.
He did capitalize to a certain extent. Let me get it. Like his numbers were great.
Great. That's fine.
Could have been better if he improved his rollout. I'll talk about that later because whoever was handling his rollout, you need to get someone else. But a lot of people were capitalizing on this beef in certain circumstances, certain instances, more than M himself.
And that's my thing. I feel like M is in a place where he's trying to be a businessman and an artist, right? Like he talked a lot about he went into the whole Joe thing and talked about Slaughterhouse and what he wanted to happen with them and what his envision of them for, which really wasn't clear to me because in one vein he was saying, hey, I'm vested in these guys and I want to see them win. But in the same vein, he's like, all right, well, maybe because I put my stamp on it, I needed to take a step back and not be involved. But my thing is, when you're a businessman, you'll just find a way to be involved without altering the brand, right? But that's fine, right? So I look at him trying to figure out that relationship and how to maneuver with them. Then I look at it how he's trying to maneuver with himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know that M really saw or sees that he's kind of being manipulated right now.
By whom?
Everyone around him.
Media.
Media.
Just lot.
People are
People.
You don't find it interesting that a lot of people around him now are tweeting things or posting videos or
announcing stuff or giving their input.
I think
You know?
I think that Eminem is just on a level of stardom, and he's so huge that whoever's around him is trying to catch that wave to plug their stuff. Not use him in a sense to like in a negative way, but just like oh, this is the wave that's coming. Let me jump on that.
I hear you. Here's my question. Pose this to the room. Do you think that if Eminem were not Eminem, big act that he is, legendary act that he is, would all of these people be coming out of the woodwork? That's my question.
At the same time?
At the same time.
No.
You don't. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's very ironic that people now are throughout all these years, like what happened to you guys last year when everyone was butchering Revival? What happened to any of you people?
You're just quivering in the shade.
Yeah, like you had.
Well, I mean, some people were out here.
Some
people were out
Some
here.
people out. You had people here and there saying, you know what I'm saying shit bizarre, said shit. A bunch of people said things. But it seems like everyone now.
Yo, everybody and their grandma's out.
And that's my thing. My only thing, the only way I look at it is, are they out for the right reasons? Are they really for M? or are they for what M can do for them, or in hopes that what M can do for them in the long run? That I just look at things a little differently.
I mean,
I see sides being chosen. I see people that you never even hear them talk about beef, inserting themselves into beef.
Opportunity.
Yeah, like and then Jay Elect comes out the blue.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Like
that.
that was out of nowhere. I was like, what?
You understand that?
It's a.
All I was saying is, if you're going to drop a diss track, Jay, don't drop it in like 2040, 2050.
But I really don't understand where he came from.
But that's my point.
It was out of nowhere on Twitter.
But that's my point. I just find it very interesting that all of this is happening now. That's my only piece.
I mean, but think about it. You're gonna any business person, it doesn't matter what level you are going to find an opportunity to capitalize on that is what I call a low cost effort. Mm-hmm. It is when you can capitalize on something that's trending or that's big, and it takes the minimal amount of effort to get the maximum amount of results or output. So it makes sense why people are involved in this. And even when Meek and Drake were beefing at one point, there were people that were getting immersed into that. Not to the extent of what it is now, but they did a little bit. I don't think they did as much with Drake and Meek just because Drake understands the internet and people don't want him to turn them on him. M is in this period of time where he realized, okay, this is what I have to do in the internet, and he's attempting it, but he still doesn't quite understand it. And this is what I think. So, for example, I had a problem with the rollout for various reasons, especially with the content. One, I think for him, from his standpoint, him having sway and controlling the narrative is actually really smart.
Oh, it's smart.
It's smart. The only thing is he was kind of contradicting himself, and you can tell like that's not his thing, you know? So I would have probably edited that video a little bit better, but I think Sway did a really good job for what he could do. I know there's some points that Sway was trying to poke, and even when you're talking about, oh, I once was an asshole. Was I an asshole to you? And Sway was like, yeah, at one point you were. But so I could tell that Sway was trying to be in that circumstance, was trying to be the journalist that he is.
Yeah, but what can he do?
But there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, what can you do?
Interviewing your boss.
The other problem that I had with the rollout was, one, you don't drop a link that doesn't work. Like you got to make sure that it's going to work. And two, when they first dropped the link, it went straight to the YouTube video, but then they pushed it to the website. If you're pushing it to the website, like M in this camp, like what are you trying to get out of it? Are you trying to get data? Because that data is a little bit tainted because there are MGK fans who are coming in. There are Joe Budden fans coming in. There are people who don't even care but just want to see the beef coming in. It's not that accurate if you're doing if you're doing a pixel tracker for it. And my thing is like, okay, if the whole point of you doing these links is to get people to go to content and that's the conversion, take them to the content. Stop taking them to your website that you can collect data and then say this, you got this many unique visitors, etc. Because it's tainted numbers. It's not like you dropped the video and then in the video you gave a call to action and was like, yo, I'm dropping an exclusive track or exclusive something, go to my website. Then you have true fans going to that website. Or if you're gonna do it that way, then you should have them go to a Facebook page or I don't know if you want to do a website, but maybe a Facebook page where then you can actually like put the beef on Facebook and then target MGK fans for a specific promo clip, target Joe Budden fans for a specific promo clip to get more people to come and look at your content. I mean, for Eminem and who he is and like how he's not the biggest internet person, he did a pretty good job, but it also was a little bit sloppy in whoever was handling it. And I thought he could have capitalized it better. But for him to have those loops and those mistakes and where people can kind of like see that he's not super internet savvy, that's where people can take advantage of the whole opportunity and really capitalize on more. If I was an artist and I was involved in some shape or form with this beef and I was internet savvy, oh my God, yo, I will fucking use Facebook ads out the fucking wazoo, Instagram ads, like I will be completely taking advantage of this opportunity to drive more traffic back.
And I think that's what they're doing. I really was hoping that MGK had like a radio friendly song following up his Rap Devil.
Following up. I was gonna say he did have he had a big radio friendly song.
Yeah.
What was it? After Rap?
No, before. Before I was saying.
Because I think he could have capitalized off of that because MGK was like that prior to Kamikaze.
Yeah, but he is capitalizing off it. Again, the moment M releases his record, he then what did he
EP.
The EP.
He announced the EP.
Oh, that binge?
It was
like literally right after.
Literally right after.
Because you know people are gonna be checking his page right after the interview.
It was smart. He was thinking. And not to say
young.
that not to say M
it
wasn't thinking, but you can clearly see this kid was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm chilling.
That's a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, I really feel like he got. That's how I feel. That's a perfect way of saying. I feel like M got Jedi mind tricked. And
well,
even
he admitted it. M admitted. He said, if I name you, it's a lose-lose for me. But you could still turn a lose-lose into a win-win. It's just what kind of lose-lose are you getting?
Which is my point.
He should have had that nail in the coffin.
And even when I think about Sway, I think if you take Sway out of Shade 4-5 and have that conversation, I think Sway conducts that interview differently.
Oh yeah,
because I felt like Sway was hindered. You know what I'm saying? If you watch Sway gives amazing interviews. Like Sway is one of those people that will dig and really listen and hone in on things. And he's one of the people that will call you out on some shit.
Yeah, but devil's advocate, if I'm M and I feel like everyone's talking shit about me and my project, I'm going to try to control as much as I can.
Oh no, let me be clear with you. I know what that play was. I know what it was. Of course, I'm going to go to a safe environment where I can control this narrative. I can control what questions are going to be asked. I can control what I'm going to look like at the end result. I totally get it. My thing is, I get it. That's the point. I get it. Now, it's too obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Real quick, did you see the power move that he did in part one?
With what?
The album, Sway's album, and say, yo, can you sign this for me? Mm-hmm. So in my head, if I'm controlling everything, every aspect of the interview, and I want to soften you up so, damn, I really can't go at him, I just sign a gift for him. That's another power move. Yeah. Just to piggyback on what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. But Sway is an OG, though. Because even in the interview, he was finding ways to kind of
But it caught him off guard, because he's like, damn, I didn't even know that you knew about this album. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, I'm hip-hop.
Well, let me be clear. That was two plays. The first play is to let Sway know, hey, I know about you. I know who you are. The second play wasn't for anyone in that room. That was for people like us. That was Eminem's way of saying, hey, I am hip hop.
Yeah.
I dig in crates. I know what's happening.
He said that too.
Yeah, of course. Of course. That wasn't for anything else but to let you know that, hey, while y'all say I'm not hip hop, while y'all are trying to banish me, listen, y'all probably didn't even know about this. Y'all didn't even know it.
I definitely didn't.
I know about it. I know about it. But even still, it's one of those things where
sorry, we got you.
He was using that part, and that's honestly what gave me hope for the interview until the interview went through. I was like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You planted a nice little seed to let people know that you know hip hop. You've done your history. You know your research, and you know where even the person that you're sitting from, where they come from. Genius.
Yeah.
And then when the interview takes shape, I'm like, oh, okay. I see how these questions are being framed.
Yeah.
I see how Eminem really isn't. He's not biting on a lot of what Sway was saying. You could see Sway wanting to dig just a little bit more and couldn't, and for obvious reasons. It's just a very, very interesting, interesting thing.
I mean, journalism ethics 101. Even if someone gives you a gift, don't let it sway you from asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Because that happens sometimes. They'll give you gifts. They'll be like, "Oh, come do this."
Soften
and
you up.
For me, I'm like, you do know. I tell them, you do know, I'm still gonna ask these tough questions.
Yeah.
Like, but one thing I really liked out of the whole experience was him talking about Jessie Reyez. I think that, like, as someone as talented as her, it's great that I wouldn't say she's capitalizing, but the fact that her name was put out in amongst this whole interview series where, like, everyone is paying attention, I think that's dope. I think she deserves it, and she's super talented, and that's the one thing I really liked.
I'm gonna have to Google her.
Jessie Reyez?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google her. Oh, God. I'm just gonna be honest, and I think that digging a crate thing. Digging a side note, I think that when he's trying to prove that I could dig in the crates too, I think that's towards Joe. Because when Joe's like, I know you.
I'm sure
I know you. And him saying, like, you don't think you know me, but I'd also dig in the crates.
But that's where I think it was not even just them. I think it was for everyone.
It's for everyone, yeah.
Everyone that has ever said any. Because you could tell, like, there was moments of, M was showing some vulnerability and insecurity a little bit for what we can get from M within that in controlled environment, right?
Right.
He even said the toughest that he feels is with hip hop. The strongest that he feels is within hip hop, even when he was a scrawny little kid, So I think that was like an extra play. It not only was showing like his tough side, but then also it was a little bit of an insecurity moment where he's just like, you guys keep saying this about me in hip hop, but I really do appreciate hip hop. I think it was a twofold situation, like a two-sided coin, And I wouldn't necessarily say, let me retract. I wouldn't necessarily say it was like an insecurity thing, but you know how like when people keep saying you're something, you want to prove them wrong, but that feeling is not only coming from sometimes a tough place, it also comes from a place of insecurity and doubt.
That was validation.
It's validation, yeah.
That was
so
validation
it was a twofold thing that I personally think that for that move that he was doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the whole thing's interesting. I'm honestly kind of over it.
Me too.
Like I don't
want to be over it, man.
Let's get an R&B beef. Come on.
R&B beef is way
Sing
more
off.
interesting. Yeah.
I sing off. What's a real R&B guy out right now?
Now listen, a sing off would be extra great now because you take away auto tune. That would be fucking.
Yeah.
hilarious.
That eliminates like 80% of the people that's out right now.
Yeah, it's over.
No, but it'll be comedic sometimes.
Even though there are some tough R&B singers.
Yes, there are some who can really sing.
No, I'm talking about there's some that
I think
fight.
he's talking about the ones who got hands.
I was thinking some can really sing too.
Oh well, yeah. And like even a perfect example would be T-Pain. T-Pain without auto-tune can really sing.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know that. He can really, really sing.
They don't know that by now.
Yeah, like
you live in a shoebox.
Yeah, go do the research. T-Pain just found
From Forever 21.
a way. Yo, that Forever 21 jab is pretty funny. Oh man. All right, we off that shit. Speaking about singing though, anticipated albums. Black dropped.
Yes.
Thoughts on that? Wale dropped.
Yes.
I enjoyed Wale's more than I enjoyed Black's.
Yeah, I gotta listen to Wale. I only heard one record, and that's a shame because I'm a really big Wale fan. But I've been really anticipating Black's album. I'm a huge Black fan.
Me too.
Huge Black fan.
That was such a good album.
Do you think that it's safe to say that he's beaten the sophomore slump?
I would have had to listen to the first one. So. I listened to his new album.
I will say yes.
Hold on, you're the worst journalistic person ever in the fucking you know nothing.
He's like, who? Let me Google.
You don't do any research.
What are you talking? Listen, man. I listened to Black's album, and I don't want. Erin's gonna go into her detailed analysis of Black's album, and it became repetitive to me.
What Black's album did?
Yeah.
All right, you're done for the rest of the episode. Cut it.
I'm just being honest. Go ahead, go into your detailed analysis.
It's all right. You should Google Jesse Reyes while you wait.
Word.
So I liked it. I think it was solid for his sophomore project, sophomore slump. And I think that people have to they have to look at it as an individual body of work and not compare it to the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was amazingly solid all around. This one was actually really good for a sophomore. There were maybe one or two tracks that I didn't vibe with as much, but the repeat value on this I think is great. And I think that like even though Nas feels like it's the same vibes and etc. One that the vibes that you got, that's his trademark. That's like his style. But I still, every listening experience to me did not feel like the same, like exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, no, let me be clear. There were like one or two songs that I was like, all right, it's good. I can listen to this. What's it? Damn, I got to get the track list now because I know it's track one, the first one I enjoyed. And then, let me see, because I just got to try again, sorry.
I got you.
Verizon services.
I got you.
It's kind of
I got
suspect
you.
right now.
Ready?
I'm just being honest, man. It says we run into a problem.
Here you go. I got you.
Embarrassing.
I got you. So East Atlanta with Future. Oh no, the first one you said first.
So Unfair. I enjoyed that. Loaded Gun.
I enjoyed Loaded Gun.
Let Her Go. And that's it.
Oh, you bugging. Nonchalant is hard.
Yep.
What's the other record? There's mad records on here.
He got one with this sophomore project. He
What's the other
definitely
shit?
is.
Disconnect. Disconnect will have you break up with your girl even if y'all on good terms.
Y'all be on your honeymoon. You're just like, babe, ain't gonna work.
That record, come on. You ready to leave. You like,
you're about to cut the cake, put the ring. Nah.
You've been watering the plants all wrong, bitch. We gotta go. Like, you're ready.
That's terrible.
Yo, the record is real. It's one of those records though that it's a really, really good record.
Yeah.
Like it's a really good record. Listen, get your life together, all right?
Why? Because I don't want to break up with my wife after listening to Disconnect.
Yeah. She may hear the record, then you may be in trouble. You never know. Never know.
She gonna tell you to dig in them crates.
Just saying. Don't say nothing. She's watching. You know she is. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
Wait, there's a tweet that Yo from DJ Booth put up about this project, saying that if there was like an R&B group, he wished that Black and two other people were in. Oh crap. Let me find it. It was a good one. It was a good one.
You know what?
It was a good one.
It was.
You know,
here it is. Sorry. Can we please? Oh, actually, he put in quotes. I'm not sure if it was him or someone else. I think it was him because he wrote this review. Can we please have the Thug, Black, and Future R&B group album T6F will be trap music equivalent to TGT, Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank.
Yeah, that's coming. The album's coming out in 10 years. Trust me.
That I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
That's actually pretty fire.
And sidebar, damn, I miss TGT, man.
Oh,
Tank, Genuine, Tyrese.
That fucking album.
That
is an album.
See, that's R&B, man.
That is like
B.
That is an album. If y'all have never heard TGT album, then kill yourself. Well, no, don't do that. That's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
That's like when Levert, Sweat, and
yeah. It's one of those. It's one of those, which is a shame because now they not fucking with each other, but whatever.
Goddamn
Sad days.
Goddamn Tyrese.
Yeah.
Sad days.
It's Tyrese's fault.
It's always Tyrese's fault.
But no, so off that, I do have to catch the Wale project. I know y'all both heard the Wale. What are your thoughts on that? Because I haven't listened to it yet. I've really been stuck on Black.
I enjoyed it. I won't say I really enjoyed it, but it's a good listen.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good listen. Yeah. I really like the freestyle though with J. Cole.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I heard. And I thought that was
really.
I appreciated.
Yeah.
I appreciated the wrestling references that he made.
I figured. I mean, Wale is a huge wrestling fan. Like, it's kind of expected. Do you think that because Wale is a huge wrestling fan, that holds him back from being a megastar? Let that sink in for a minute.
No, I don't. Because Action Bronson is a huge wrestling fan also.
How did Action Bronson do as an artist? Not as a content person.
You think because they're wrestling fans? That held them back?
I'm just posing a question.
I don't think so.
I mean, but the thing though is like, Wale being a wrestling fan and having artists being wrestling fans, maybe he got on that wave earlier than some people, because now you see rappers putting wrestlers, Ric Flair, and a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hold on.
No, Wale and Action are like wrestling.
No.
Yeah,
But
no, I know
what
what
I'm
you're
saying is, when he's saying about how does it affect with fans, I'm saying that Wale, because he was always a WWE fan, he was on that wave earlier before the rest of hip hop really started to get on that wave.
I'm rolling with you. I'm just thinking about Ric Flair. Ric Flair was one of the people again that you didn't really look at Ric Flair like a wrestler. Like
he was a star.
Yeah, Ric Flair in the ring and out the ring. He was really the same person, just smashing mad women, buying Rolexes. Like, he was really what Kanye talked a lot about when Trump was cool.
Okay,
You know, being in Playboy mansions and lavish lifestyles and being around a million women and you know, buying extravagant gifts and shit like that.
Ric Flair was the man.
Ric Flair was the man. That's
He
why.
still is. The wedding? That's the wedding clip?
He got married. He's a 16-time world champion, 17 times married.
Like, fam.
And walked
had-
out to a song with his name in it.
Fam.
Listen, only in pure Ric Flair fashion, that happens.
He had Dennis Rodman and The Undertaker at the same wedding.
Yeah,
Legend.
like
That's a legendary pick.
Fam,
Legendary.
You know, Ric Flair once said, "I never wore a pair of jeans a day in my life."
Yeah.
You know, yo, you know how much style you gotta have? I never wore a pair of jeans
Yeah.
a day in
That's
my life.
major swag.
Ric Flair
Major
is
swag.
different, but I get your point. I'm rolling.
I also I like the No Name project. It's a little bit how do I say? Like, I enjoyed listening to it, but I have to be in like the right mindset to listen to it, because there's a lot of like with her project, for people who are maybe casual fans, they maybe not pay attention too much sometimes to the lyrics because it has a little more of an upbeat production work.
Yeah.
But there was like some like intense hardcore, you know, substance to her project, even with the song Blaxploitation. So for me, it would have to be something that I'm in like the right state to listen to, but I enjoyed it when I had my first listen for it.
That was my thing. I was tweeting something about like music that I was listening to. I tweeted about Black's album, obviously. I tweeted about the internet. I tweeted about a bunch of people. I was just in my R&B bag that I get in. You know what I mean? When I do the things I like to do type shit.
I dig it.
And then a fan was like, "Yo, if that's the case, you need to go check out the No Name project." So I said, all right, cool. I go there. I'm a music junkie. I'm definitely going there. I go to listen to it, and for me, I just couldn't get into it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I do think, though, that it's probably one of those projects, like you're saying, that you just got to kind of be in the mood for. Yeah. Like, I was expecting melodic singing, and then it was spoken word. I'm not really a big spoken word fan like that. I've never really been, unless it was like live performance wise, like
Deaf
live
poetry?
performance,
Like mixing of singing plus,
that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. So
I can't get into that.
I am gonna try to check it out just because I got to try to check it out.
I liked the artist Khalid. He has a new song called Better.
Better.
Oh, that is so good. I love that song.
Yeah,
That is such a good song.
he's fire.
He is.
I'm just waiting for him to kind of blow up, even though he does mad features and shit.
I mean, he got his I would say like blow up more so on his own merit, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but Kylie Jenner did give him a big boost when she posted him on Snapchat.
Yeah. So he's just a talented artist. So
amazing, and he sings well live too.
Did anybody hear that song with Gucci Mane, Bruno Mars, and what's your man?
That song?
Who just came out?
It's the Gucci Mane song.
No, it's Gucci. Kodak Black.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear it.
It's actually a good song.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the same. I think we're talking about the same track.
I guess, but you like a Gucci Mane and Kodak Black record.
Yeah, I like Gucci Mane more than I like Kodak Black.
You're talking about, is it? Wake Up in the Sky. We're talking about the same thing.
Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah,
I find you.
It's actually good.
Yeah, I know. I just find you to be so interesting. I do.
You know what's funny though? He knew about this, but then like the other music.
That's what I'm saying. I would have never
He's
thought
like,
in a million years your regular ass would be listening to Gucci Mane and Kodak
Black of all people.
Like
for you,
you are. Just,
I didn't. Not an entire album. We do my songs.
Never mind. Never mind.
I
What
can
we're gonna
only
do?
take so much.
Let's take some calls real quick from the fans. We said we were gonna do more of this. So let's take some calls and hold on. All right. You are live and direct with us, kind sir.
Hello.
Because we're janky over here, and I'm the only person that can hear because of the headphones. I'm going to regurgitate your question to us, or your response rather. So, do you have a question, or is this in pertaining to the Eminem beef and the MGK shit?
We'll do the Eminem MGK round one.
Okay, so MGK Eminem round one. What are your thoughts? Who do you think took this bout?
The bout, I definitely give it to Eminem, but if we did it by like rounds, I think it would be like 10-8 Eminem. Like, it's closer than I thought. Very closer than I thought.
Why do you say that though?
To keep it a buck, I really wasn't a fan of MGK lyrically. So like when I first saw the diss, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a waste of time. And I played it, and the beat was rocking, and like he was kind of going in, and the delivery was nice, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, MGK.
So what would MGK have needed to do in order for him to kind of sway your opinion in this battle?
It's tough to say because like even though what you guys spoke about, like Eminem's legacy is, I won't say it's tarnished, but like he's not as great as he was. I think it's always hard to beat someone that is that lyrical. Like, it's tough.
Okay. So for you right now, MGK just got to do a little bit more, and you're giving M the edge right now.
I got to, just because lyrically Eminem's Kill Shot song was incredible. Like, it was amazing.
Whoa, amazing, incredible. These are big words you're using, sir.
Yes, they are. I mean, they are.
Word. Pick your words wisely.
Okay, all right. Now, what is your question, if you have any?
Okay, question. Okay. All right. How do you guys handle criticism in regards to the whole Eminem thing? Watching his interviews, he seemed like he was a little tight at certain criticisms. How do you guys, as a podcast, handle it?
All right. I guess I'll let Erin answer that first.
How do we handle criticism?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just don't really read the comments. I mean, if it's constructive, I'm open to it. But I've worked in media long enough to tell when someone is trolling. So I don't answer certain things if I know that they're trolling. If I know that they actually are fans or day one fans are really like into the podcast and they want to just give input, that's fine. But it's always about it's how you present things. No matter what, people are gonna not like what we have to say. At the end of the day, and the number one rule that I've been taught, and even like my friends and mentors said, is like not everyone's gonna like you. So you just got to be comfortable in being firm in your own stances, your own thoughts, and just know that at the end of the day they are. And if other people don't like it, who cares? It's my podcast. Cool. Fuck out of here.
As far as I go, I don't give a shit what these people say. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. You're not gonna stop me. And that's really how we all are, I think. As a collective, we're all just like that. Like,
shit, we don't even care about matching clothes sometimes. So
I see you, E. I see you.
That's a good thing though. You're comfortable in your skin. It's all right though.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Y'all stupid. All right, thank you so much for calling in.
Always.
All right.
Thank y'all. All right, y'all take care.
All right,
You too.
Hello, kind sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Sorry I hung up on you before.
State your name.
You look like a bill collector, so yeah.
Loyal fan of the family, man.
Oh, I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
All right, so what's your take on this MGK Eminem beef? Who you got winning right now?
If I'm going to be honest about it, I'm going to say MGK. I'm going to say MGK by a slight margin, just because of replay value of the song. However, if we're really going to go by the lyrics of everything, M actually did bring it, just not hard enough. So if you want to call it like the Triple G and Canelo fight yesterday, I think that's a perfect analogy to what's going on with MGK and Eminem.
I like that analogy a lot, actually. But sidebar, who were you going for with the MGK with the Canelo Triple G fight?
Oh, I had Triple G winning that fight because he got robbed in the first one, and he even though in the earlier rounds he he looked gassed. He was bringing it towards the later round and was getting stronger as the fight was going on. And Canelo, if you were actually watching, a couple of those shots kind of wobbled Canelo a couple of times. And I think if it was another 2 or 3 rounds, I think Canelo would have been knocked out.
Okay. All right, I'm rolling.
But it was by slight margin. But again, but if we're going to but it needs to be a trilogy because honestly, I think everyone knows that Triple G won that fight, even though Canelo had heart.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you have a question for us?
Yeah. So maybe it's me. So I actually had 2 questions. One, throughout this whole Eminem basically beef against Joe, against whoever, do you think that with all this beef going on, right? And you can even tie it into the Drake and Kanye and Pusha and everything. Do you feel that, yes, we understand that beef is part of the culture as a whole, but do you think that with social media being so much involved with it now, that's taken away from the love of the music? If you know what I'm getting at, that it's becoming so much more about not about what the songs are actually saying, but it's who can boost it up and behind whatever artist or whatever viral video, whatever antics they can do, they can go about it.
Yes and no. I feel like radio in itself. Back in the day, radio was your main. It was like your Instagram, it was your Twitter, it was your social media. So I kind of feel like that this is the new age where now you're battling, as opposed to battling, like a radio station. You're now having to battle social media. It's just kind of morphed a little bit and changed, where artists now have to adjust and kind of re-strategize a lot of what they're doing. And when in terms of like Em and Drake and everybody else, some of these people, they have a know-how of how to kind of manipulate that and how to win in those regards. I just kind of feel like M is still trying to adjust to that way of music.
Yeah, he's definitely more of a novice when it comes to the internet. I'll explain later because I was not feeling his rollout. But, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, just the same way that music evolves, platforms, people's tools, media, everything, it all changes and evolves on its own. It's just a matter of who can successfully adapt. Music is not only a game about, talent in terms of creativity, in terms of lyrics, but it's also a game about who can adapt the best.
Skill.
Yeah, and it's always been like that. Even before social media, it's always been like that. So I think that it's just, we're in this heightened period where everything is transparent. So we're seeing a lot of these things more, but some of these things, like Brandon was saying, we're already going on, but just on different platforms, different mediums, and different aspects of the industry. It's just you're seeing it more. It's more apparent to fans now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess to follow up, and Erin, I love the breakdown that you've been doing about the rollout, because I think it's coming from a different way that we can actually see what's going behind, the digital rollout. And I agree with you, a lot of it has been sloppy on M's part, because when he launched the first video, I couldn't even get into it for at least a half an hour, honestly. So, but even with saying all that, and Brandon, I think this plays into your comic book role as as seeing rappers as that. Do you see Eminem being the modern day old man Logan, where he's put the weapon down for so long because he was trying to just be a better person, raising his daughters, trying to get himself right, that finally, once he's taking up those weapons again, or those claws, it's, does he really want to do this? And if he does, do you think that he's afraid to go that extra route because he knows of what could happen?
I can't front. That was really, really dope. That was a great analogy. I'm rolling with you.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I feel. I feel like, but for me, it's more so M has gone through wars, but just not this type of war. So for him, his battle testing is a little different, and his scars will kind of last longer and not heal as fast. Same like Old Man Logan, but it's just in a different light, if that makes sense. I don't know that this war would have been played differently in a different time. Like I don't know if M is doing this same attack when M was at his peak. I don't know that he would have to, or I don't know that he would have waited as long as he did. But that was a really, really good analogy. That's really, really dope. I love that our fans aren't stupid. This is great.
Say that. That was where you're.
I'm gonna steal
This is
that.
great.
I'm gonna steal
All
that
right,
guy's
we
analogy.
have another call coming in. Thank you so much for calling.
Wait. First, state your name and where are you calling in from?
My name's Adrian. I'm part of the group chat. I'm from Maryland and can't wait to hear myself on the podcast.
Plug. We out. Thanks.
Thanks.
Peace.
What's going on?
What's going on? Damn, this nigga sound mad tough. What's going on? Nothing.
Nah, this is Deshaun Murray just calling in. Just wanted to check in real quick on the whole Eminem and MKG thing. I listened to both songs, and honestly, MKG song really has more replay value than the Eminem song. And I think it just maybe I'm over Eminem's as a rapper. I mean, he's still a legend in my eyes, but I'm good on his music in 2018. So,
Do you think it's because M hasn't changed his style, or you just think that it's just his time is over with, his run is over with?
honestly, it's a combination of both. I mean, his style is still the same, and like even though it's kind of a funny, like almost like a meme that they do on IG, like the one guy who kind of impersonated his next diss song, it seemed very accurate to what he would say. So I think it's just some people just need to take that time and kind of go off into the sunset. He lived it. He had a great career.
M sold records though.
Yeah,
not denying that at all.
When Diamond
and not to say I'm not the numbers guy, the sales guy that is like, oh, he sold numbers, so he's still relevant. I'm just saying his fan base is still holding him down. So you don't think that he could just change or alter his approach to music now?
He could, but the thing is, like, most people who I know that are fans of Eminem want to hear his old style, and I don't know if that just sits too well with the current state of hip hop. Personally, I could be wrong, but just in my eyes, like, I haven't even really listened to Kamikaze. I heard a little bit of it, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. There's no point.
I get what you're saying. Okay, I'm following. All right, and then I guess before we hang up, do you have any questions for us?
Oh no, I guess the big question is, when is the next grassroots event? I need to make sure I'm there this time. So bad. Looked like you had a lot of fun last time.
This guy, yeah, man, you missed out. We had a fucking ball, man.
Big things.
Big announcements. We will say. I know we said this. Well, y'all ain't hear that episode yet, but you'll hear it. But we have a few announcements coming that you guys that support us will be really, really pleased about. So more events coming.
The guns are coming
more
out.
meetups coming, but a really, really big event is coming down the pike. We just are waiting for some confirmation. So more to come there. You'll be pleased with it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, appreciate that.
Murray, thank you so much, man, for calling in.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the support.
Thank you guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Peace. Yeah, that was really cool talking to fans, man.
Yeah, that was dope. We gotta do that more.
We definitely gotta do that more.
Yeah.
I love that our fans aren't stupid. I love their perspective on things. I really like that.
Yeah, that Logan reference I was not expecting that.
Yeah, the Logan reference was really, really
I really
dope.
appreciated that.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
You definitely did with the Marvel shirt. Shout out to your Marvel shirt.
Hey,
I fuck with the shirt.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's fire. All right, so what are we talking about now? Naomi.
Bags on bags on bags.
Sucker.
Don't do that.
That's how they don't do
that. Chris is in the room. Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't
What?
do that.
That,
Don't do
wow.
that. Chris, don't.
Chris, are you
all.
Japanese?
Chris, don't snuff him.
Chris is not Japanese.
He's not Japanese.
Why
He's
just-
not even Japanese.
It's cool, Chris. Don't worry about it. Word. So
Snuff him, Chris. Snuff him.
yeah.
You can't ask his ethnicity?
Nah, Chris, I'm gonna let him snuff you too. All right, Naomi Osaka. For those that don't know, she just got the bag, 8.5 mil Adidas deal, biggest, pretty much woman contract in life. Like she got the super bag. I feel like this is the same thing that happened with the dude from the Cosby Show, Jeffrey Owens.
Yeah.
It's like one of those Cinderella stories where the public shits on you, and then or people shit on you, I'll say, and then the public just comes and saves the day, or somebody comes and saves the day, and now you're just like living your best life that you could possibly be living.
I mean, honestly, even without the whole Serena Williams situation, she was still gonna get that big bag.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's really dope. Now, do I feel like it elevated, maybe it helped get the numbers up a little bit more?
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was she like 20?
Capitalize that. Yeah, I think she's young. Yeah.
She's 20 and she took down Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Like, just put that, like, can you really fathom that in the tennis world?
Yeah.
She's
Well, I mean, you could,
I
because
can.
Serena was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to see that twice in a lifetime? So I'm just saying how dope Serena is. She's at the
Well,
top.
let's not jump the gun yet.
Yeah, let's
she's
not do
just
that.
starting.
Yeah, she's just starting.
She's just starting.
And number two, we've seen it 3 times over. You got Serena, Venus, and now her.
Yeah. Because remember, Venus at one point was better than Serena.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, she was for like a day. For like a day, she was. Am I lying?
Oh my gosh.
Am I lying?
Anyway, she also got the Nissan 3-year endorsement deal following the Adidas deal.
So she'll push that Nissan once in a while. You know, when she's not taking out the bins.
when she's driving up to the games.
When she's
Yeah.
not taking out the bins.
I don't think people, when they get cars and shit like that, they never use them. They probably just give them to family members. Like, oh, hey, I got you a gift. Like, hopefully you're not paying attention to the news. Here you go.
Hold that.
I mean, she seems like a down-to-earth girl, humble, very shy. You know, I mean, Nissan may work for her.
And she took that whole fiasco, I think, really, really classy. Like,
Yeah.
I felt bad for her because she felt bad that she had won. Like, that's a tough thing to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad for her.
And
I really,
it's
really
tough
did.
too because you want to talk about winning, but that's like your
Yeah,
idol. But I
yeah.
mean, she said like when we're on the court, you're not my idol.
Yeah.
But now she's off the court. She's like, damn.
That's why God won't let me be this great in sports or give me no money, because I'd be like, I beat your ass. I destroyed you. It's over.
You would do that to your idol?
Yeah, I would. You know me. You out of all people know me. I am
What?
competitive.
Yes.
I am competitive.
In public?
Yeah. Did you? Oh, you weren't at the fan meet and greet. I was cursing the fans out that came to play with. Like, I'm competitive like that.
Oh yeah, he was not.
I'm
yo.
competitive. I'm very, very competitive in anything that I do. I need to win. I have to.
Well, what way in public? You mean like in
Like
an interview or like right after or?
Yeah, like right after the interview, Brandon's like, yeah, I whooped his ass.
Yeah, I would.
Up and down
I
that
would.
court.
See, I would say yeah,
me.
he would say that.
I would. That's like me. That's like me coming into the league and going against Jordan, my idol, and I destroyed Jordan.
Oh, you better
You
gloat.
damn right.
You better
You damn
gloat.
right. Jordan. Now, mind you,
You gonna gloat to Jordan's face?
I would.
Absolutely.
He'll whip that ass. On
Then,
the court.
then we have to square up.
No, not like his hands are probably.
I know. I'm not talking about the same. I'm talking about we
Again.
Jordan's hands is trash.
Yeah, I don't think yeah.
You see the jeans he wears?
his jeans. Yeah, his jeans. Let me know his
his jeans are trash.
And that's crazy. How does he make Jordan but then wear them jeans? Like it's whatever. Let's get off subject. We're getting off subject.
Listen,
But-
when you that wealthy, it
Yeah.
don't matter what you look like.
No, but people say that, but his jeans are crazy. Like, come on, man. Jordan's jeans are wild. Like, you can't make Jordan.
make sure you get a picture.
You can't make Jordan 11s and have baggy ass jeans, yo. And then his belt be like mad tight, so like it looked like he's suffocating himself.
Maybe he's trying to fit in with some of the wealthier people who in their outfits, like the Bill Gates types.
He needs to fit into some better jeans, but that's what needs to happen. But shout out to Jordan. I'm saying shout out to Jordan like I know him. I don't know. but
yeah, I would.
yeah,
Listen.
try to clean it up just in case we get the
But
endorsement.
listen,
deal.
you can't sit here and say like, even if it's not outwardly, you would definitely whisper in your idol's ear, pause,
Yeah.
in a way where it's like, yo, you're great and everything, but yo, I beat you.
Yeah,
I would so say that.
Yeah.
On the court, I'm definitely talking trash on the court. But in, like in the interviews, taking the high road.
Nah, not me.
Got to take the high road.
Yeah, you probably would. That's what I'm saying. That's why God hasn't blessed me yet. Like, not
on that court, I'm probably like GP.
Yeah.
I'm talking hella trash.
Yeah, you got to. And especially Jordan be talking crazy on the court. He was known for just being disrespectful. Him, Kobe, freaking
GP.
Kevin Garnett, GP, mad people.
A lot
yeah,
back
man.
then.
I feel like if you in that era,
Wallace.
you got, yeah.
KG with the classic Cheerios.
Yeah,
that's the least of it. That's the least of it.
I know, but still, like, even if that's like the lowest minimum, the Cheerios.
I forgot about the Cheerios. Shit,
I never forget that. KG's one of my favorite players. I'll never forget
I
about
forgot.
that.
You're stupid. I completely forgot about the Cheerios.
You know how disrespectful that is to tell somebody? Like,
That's mad disrespectful.
Your girlfriend, your wife tastes like Cheerios.
But
out of all cereals, like Cheerios, not
Honey Nut Cheerios,
not
sure.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Not Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, like why you
something that's bland.
But that's why Melo just stood up. Like he was in the defensive stance. He said, like, wait, homie, what?
I ain't gonna lie.
But the crazy thing out of all of that is like that's not even the worst that he said.
It wasn't. But do you think he got offended because it was Honey Nut Cheerios and he didn't pick another cereal? Or
Yeah, I think so.
It's the whole totality of like
Honey Nut, just regular Cheerios. They're bland. You gotta add sugar. You gotta add like strawberries, bananas. You gotta add extra stuff. You gotta mask the boringness, the lameness.
I'd be mad if somebody told me my girl tastes like Cheerios, like plain Cheerios. My nigga, that's
no sugar, no bananas, just straight Cheerios. What is life?
That's wild. That's
why Carmelo probably got mad? Because you got to really imagine sitting home on a couch with a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, enjoying Saturday cartoons.
Yeah, every time you eat that, you're thinking about
force feeding yourself.
Like, damn, son, this Honey Nut Cheerios is good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all stupid.
That's what he's going. That's what he's thinking about right now. Like, yo, fam.
Oh man,
for real.
Damn.
Waiting for him at
At
the
least
bus.
say Cocoa Puffs. Damn.
So don't tell me my wife says like any type of cereal.
Yeah,
man.
that's disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. I'm over here tearing. Damn, that's
At
funny.
least he didn't say oatmeal.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Oh man. All right. We got to get serious for a minute. This is a serious matter. Okay. Serious matter. Which is really, really crazy. You guys have been following. How do you pronounce this? Botham. How do you? I don't want to mess this up.
Botham.
I want to say. Is that correct? Botham Jean's family. For those that are under a rock, again, this gentleman was in his home, and officer came in and murdered him in his home. Again, she was alleging that she was confused. It's a whole bunch of things going around.
Man.
How does something like this happen?
Because they were screwing. No, that's not allegedly.
Well, I read that too. Do you think this is one of those love crimes where he probably was trying to dead it or something, and she went and murdered him?
Yeah, listen, I can't follow that narrative of this is just a regular, unfortunately, normal cop versus black guy.
Why not?
Because it's not that. I don't. It has nothing. It wasn't a car stop. It wasn't a domestic violence where she was coming in home.
She didn't have a warrant.
She didn't have it. This isn't. This isn't about her career. This isn't. She just happens to be a cop who made a terrible, terrible, horrible decision. Mm-hmm. And how you make that decision is I can't even fathom that. Because if you look at all the video footage of people saying, "Well, in our complex, if your key doesn't work, there's a red beam that indicates that this isn't your apartment." Mm-hmm. Then you have
the lights on the side. The numbers are well lit. He had a red carpet.
The welcome mat.
Yep.
And then you go inside this guy's house, and allegedly, and give him commands. If I'm home, and by commands I mean, she's identifying herself as a police officer. Get down. Put your hands up. What are you doing here? I'm not answering any. I don't know many people that's going to answer any of those questions in my own home. Yeah, I live here, dog. You're not going to come in here and just berate me with these questions. So I have to think that she has to be this some type of relationship. You just don't make that mistake.
So, devil's advocate. In the day that we live in now, so many young people get killed on a daily basis. Do you think that he only answered these questions because he was in fear of his life that he would be shot in his own home?
More than likely. Because that's again, this narrative of, and I really don't like, and I know there's, police make terrible decisions, and there are situations that were uncalled for, and it's like, damn, that's just flat out wrong. An innocent person lost their life. But in this particular incident, this isn't, and the media's trying to make it a black and white police versus the African American community kind of thing, and it's really not that. And it's taking away from like, yo, this young man needs justice, and you shouldn't just politicize this for that narrative of us versus them.
Well, it's campaign time.
Yeah, well,
it's election time.
That was my thing.
Well, she's gonna, it should be a murder charge. In my opinion, it should be a murder charge because that's the higher degree. And
just because of the way everything.
The circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they, for whatever reason, whatever they're doing in Texas, they're giving her a manslaughter charge. So if you in New York State, if you're doing murder, you're looking at 20 years, 20 years to life, and life meaning 30 to 40 years. That's why they give people consecutive life sentences, because life technically is only 30 to 40 years. Manslaughter, on the other hand, is I made a mistake and I really didn't mean to kill that person. So now you're looking at 7 to 15 years. In the grand scheme of things, if I had to make that choice, a lot of people are going to take the 7 to 15 over the 25 to life or 20 to life. And in Texas, if she does get convicted of murder, they have to put her down. She's looking at the death penalty in Texas. Gotcha. If she gets convicted of murder, that's okay.
I get
Texas
what you're saying. So you're looking at this from a whole different lens.
Yeah.
So,
of just, I get how you're looking at it. Okay.
And then now, how does it look? Because law enforcement officers are supposed to be a representation of the government. So now the government has to put down one of their own.
Yeah.
So how does that look in the media?
Yeah.
Now, because it's election season, her ass is definitely not getting away with it like what's the Asian cat there from NYPD that let off a round in the hallway because he was scared and shot the young man in the hallway, and he got off. That's not happening in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing with me that annoyed me was the information about the guy having weed in his apartment. Weed does not justify anyone dying.
Yeah. Not at all.
It does it. First of all, if anyone has any friends that have been on weed, you would see that they're hungry. They're happy.
Sleepy.
Why? Sleepy. What could possibly, there's no justification for someone losing their life because they have a bit of weed in their own apartment.
Yeah.
The dude just wants to light it up and chill after a hard day of work. Doesn't justify him dying. No. Doesn't justify making that, by the way, we did the search, we found a weed. And they put it up on Fox News. And obviously that's clickbait. We know Fox News is clickbait. But I didn't even get upset with the Fox News thing because that's typical. I was more upset with the actual report, with the information from the report, with the whole weed and stuff. And on top of that, who's to say that it was put there? Who's not to say it wasn't put there or was? Well, that's the thing. Like, you don't know.
That was the one thing that stood out to me. The one thing, listening to the news and going through this, going through this whole shit is why mention the weed? What was the point of that?
When in 2018, it really means nothing.
Exactly.
But that's my point.
Marijuana.
They decriminalizing it. It's nothing.
But the reason, when I first heard the report of that,
I
said, "Oh, okay, y'all trying to hurry up and try to see if you can spin this story.
You're trying to knock off some years.
You're trying to knock off or justify this action." Which I don't think is gonna happen. Not this. And I'm also waiting, to your point, because I was playing devil's advocate. Obviously, I'm waiting to see if more is gonna come out between the relationship between the female officer and this guy.
Oh yeah,
I'm waiting for it to come out.
Didn't she live below him, right?
Yeah, she lives in the same complex.
She lives in the same complex, I believe. It's below him, Chris?
Either above or below.
Above,
either one.
They live in the same complex. I'm waiting to see. It's going to come out. It's going to come out.
That was probably one of the first questions the DA had for her in the state of Texas was probably, are you sleeping with him? Or have you been sleeping with him? That's one of the first questions after they took her blood and drug tested the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And saw if she was drunk. Question number 2 was, were you sleeping with him? Are you sure? No, I would. Listen, if we find out you're sleeping with him, it's going to be really bad for you.
Yeah.
That was floating around Twitter for a quick second.
It was floating around Twitter that they were.
Never heard nothing else about it.
But I just find
allegedly again.
Neighbors came out the woodworks.
Yeah.
There are people. Neighbors came out and were like, "Don't look at this photo." Like,
yeah,
they came out of nowhere.
Because you know what? Because initially the reports was she said, "I didn't know him. Mm-hmm. I don't know him."
Yeah.
You know, it's a mistake. But then as the investigation furthers, is what's this picture? Oh, we were at a community barbecue. We were at a community pool. You see, all this stuff starts coming up. Well, why didn't you say that in the beginning?
Yeah.
When I asked you.
Or the fact that she said she mistakenly went in where you saw the photos. It's well lit.
I mean, and that goes back to, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this brother's name. The professor from Harvard. The African-American professor who got arrested in his own house for trespassing. And then
Chris, can you look? Yeah, Chris is on it.
President Obama had to come in and they had to sit down and had a beer at the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently this guy broke into this house and started hanging up pictures of himself.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't carry photos?
No.
It's shit that just don't add up with this whole thing. It's disturbing. It's unfortunate. Like even seeing his family grieving. Like it's just sad.
It's a ripple effect.
And he was one of those people that again was doing something positive for this community. He was trying to be active in a number of things. Like, so I'm like I said, and this is all allegedly to the listeners.
Yeah.
We don't know shit, just like y'all probably don't know anything. You won't know nothing until the reports come out. But
we'll see.
Well, yeah.
Where's she at? The Dallas Police Department or Houston?
I think the Rangers took over.
Yeah, the Texas Rangers are definitely going to take that. I would be surprised if she worked for the Dallas Police Department and Dallas was investigating it.
Oh yeah, no,
that would never.
Yeah,
that would never happen.
It's definitely a conflict of interest.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, but we're in a very crazy period of time though too, where a lot of situations are drastically politicized for various different reasons. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate that sometimes not all, but when it comes to certain situations, it's like politics, election time, campaigns, and certain things are more important than people's lives and well-being.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible that we're in that period, like drastic period of time right now.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. Like all parties involved, to be honest with you, because that young man's family he was just, you talk to him one day and then the next phone call is, are you sitting down?
Yeah.
I need to tell you something. And then for her narrative is, she's a racist. Mm-hmm. Another racist white cop. And what if she's not? What if she's a brother lover?
Yeah.
What if
she's a scorned woman?
Yeah.
What R&B song was she listening to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe she was listening to
Let It Burn.
Who knows?
I don't know.
She could just be one of those. Like I said, them Tyler Perry scorn women.
Yeah, she came up and she said, I told you not to mess with her. I told you if I seen her in here.
Yeah. So I mean,
who knows?
I don't know.
Now she's going to the big house. Well, she's out on bail.
She's on bail now, but I mean,
she ain't going nowhere.
For now,
she's not going nowhere.
She ain't
but I guess more to come with that.
Damn, she's gonna be in protective custody from whatever years she get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she ain't going to gym pop.
Would she be solitary?
Nah, she'll be with like snitches and
wait, is that the same area where the pedophiles go? Because
she won't be with them because those are dudes. But yeah, like the female pedophiles. Yeah, that's who she be with, the snitches and everybody. Because she go to gym pop. She goes to gym pop. Then
she's food.
She's definitely food.
She's gonna have the different color jumpsuit too.
Yeah, because somebody in there I hate cops. I don't care who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's one right there.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna be wearing that. I don't know what color, orange jumpsuit, whatever it is.
And some of them females in a female prison are worse than men. They are worse than men when it comes to fighting and stuff. They get brutal. They get
I know.
I've seen some of them TV shows.
I've seen them in real life. This girl Rashida, I would never want to see her in a dark alley. I'm keeping it a buck. This girl was.
Should come with that one too.
Yeah.
I saw one lady. She had like these neck. Not to say that people with tattoos are bad, because clearly I have tattoos, but she had this whole big neck tattoo and like El Diablo tatted on her forehead, Caesar haircut. She said, "Yeah, I have a son." Fam, what? Wait, some guy went in there? some guy went in there? That is crazy.
Listen, everybody got types, Nas.
Yeah.
Everyone got types.
Yeah, but now, if you see her, you're like, yo, nah, she's
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
she definitely has a girlfriend.
If you smashing somebody that got an El Diablo tattoo on the back of it, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild.
Shit, and that's the kind of lady she gonna run into when she get in there.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I guess let us know what you guys think. First, definitely to the fans that called in. Thank you guys. That was really, really fun. Really, really dope. We'll probably do more of that.
Yeah, now and then. We'll announce it on social media.
Yeah, just to connect with you guys. That was really, really cool. Let us know what you think about our topics. Again, you heard the show. I'm not gonna run down the topics because every time I do it, I feel really stupid when I do it.
No recap today?
Yeah, no recap today. Fuck that shit. Because I feel like because I obsess and listen to obviously our show all the time, and then we get to the part and be like, let us know what you think about this. What about this one? Oh, what did little Jimmy do this time? Like it's just corny. So
the next episode of Grassroots.
Yeah,
same bad channel, same bad place.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. Y'all already know the routine. Let us know what you think about the topics with everything across the board. Check us out, Grassroots Pod, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Also, as always, Grassroots group chat will be in the description link for our YouTube, so you can join. People keep doing this shit every day, and we're having fun. A lot of those people, again, got exclusive access and knew beforehand about us taking a lot of call-ins like we've done in the past, so more to come with that.
Facts.
That said, I'm Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm Regular Nas.
Wow, finally.
Yeah, we finally.
Jeez.
Yeah, like finally.
AKA the Black.
Here we go. All right, bye. We out.
Grassroots.